Hey, so I just kind of wanted to make a very unprofessional video on a process that I recently had to go through that's pretty terrible. From my knowledge, there's no videos online about it, so I wanted to make a video. It's not going to be a good video because I already did it, so you're not going to be able to see the process, but it's the only video, so this is going to have to be what it is. So to change this motor mount here, this is a 2004 Jetta 1.8T. Pretty much all 1.8Ts have the same engine mount from my knowledge. It's this passenger side mount. A lot of the time what happens is these aluminum threads start to fatigue over time. They pull out and then the engine pretty much falls. And yeah, it's not good, obviously. So in order to replace that mount, it's a really easy job besides one part I'll get to later. So first of all, what you got to do is you got to jack up the car. I didn't really jack mine up too far. And then as you're jacking up the car, if the mount already failed, make sure you're keeping pressure on the engine with another jack or whatever, with a wood block under the jack mount so that it doesn't mess up the oil pan. Just kind of lift it all at the same time. Once you have it in the air, there's going to be 3 lines you disconnect. So it's these lines, I guess. If I feel like it, I'll probably put the picture on the screen, but it's these lines. These are 2 gas lines. I guess it's probably return and pressure. And then this is a coolant line from the overflow. Goes something like that. Pretty simple. Just take off 3 lines. And then you might want to disconnect some of this stuff and this hose. Really just disconnect whatever you want to get better access. I took off my coolant bottle. It's probably not required, but I did it anyways. Main thing I would definitely recommend taking apart is this. I would, just throw this out of the way a little bit and keep the one side connected, the other side just plug it off. Makes things a lot easier because the bolts are right here. So first of all, you would take out, make sure you have the engine supported first and foremost, and then just start taking everything out on here. Now at a certain point, once you have this disconnected, you have like the other motor mount out. I have a custom one, so I'm not even going to show it on here. Once you have everything out, oh yeah, it's a coolant line too. Once you have everything out, long story short, disconnect. There's 3 bolts here. This one at the top, I took out this motor mount, jacked it up about 3 inches, and then disconnected that top one. And then the other 2 get from the bottom. So just drop the engine as far down as you can without damaging anything. Personally, I took off the wheel and then just laid under there. Got the other 2 bolts. They're pretty awful to get to. Actually, you know what? I got the second lowest bolt from the top. It's pretty awful. Once you have all 3 bolts out, I would take off the timing cover for this. I don't know if you have to, but I did. I feel like it might have made it a little bit easier. You're going to want to drag the top of this back, and you rotate it back and out like let's say like this is the part. Rotate it back out and like that. And with enough wiggling, it looks like it's not going to go anywhere. But with enough wiggling and cursing and whatever, you're eventually going to get able to drop out the back there. And it's going to like just kind of rotate its way through. Put it back in, equally awful. Just make sure that you're going to be able to rotate it back up into position. What I did, like realistically, first thing, I raised the engine up about 3 or 4 inches compared to the body, like compared to where it normally sits. Took off this, took off the charge pipe down there. You can see where my charge pipe is. That's the hose clamp for it right there. Yeah, it's not a difficult job, but just get the engine up when you're taking out the mount. Get it up about 3 or 4 inches. Rotate it down and out the back, and then it'll follow at the bottom. Bring it in from the bottom. Make sure as you're bringing it up, it'll eventually rotate into this position with these 3 holes at the top. And other than that, I think it's pretty easy. Pretty sure these bolts that go into the block are like 40 foot-pounds or something like that. And then these are probably also 40 from the mount into the mount bracket. It's pretty simple. Just wanted to make a video on it because I didn't see any others on the internet. So